Hi, I'm Lara O'Reilly and I'm at the moment. I'm really interested personally in how the advertising industry is really changing. Ever since I was a young kid, I was making newspapers. I was an only child. So I was sat in my bedroom putting together like comic book-like stories. And I was always fascinated by writing. I was always very nosy. And I was always really interested in the news and in what's happening in the world. And I was writing about the local neighborhood. I went to university, studied journalism. I thought I wanted to be a music journalist. Turns out, doesn't pay too well. And there weren't that many opportunities at the time. I fell into business journalism. I started writing for Marketing Week, a UK-based marketing magazine. By virtue of being the youngest person there, I got assigned the geeky beats. I got Facebook, I got Google. So pre-IPO, writing about these companies fairly early on. And it put me in good stead to write about some of the biggest companies of the day. I've worked at several places since then, including the Wall Street Journal, DigiDay, and I'm at Business Insider now for my second rodeo, and I write about companies that make money from advertising. That includes the big tech companies, but also through to agencies, what CMOs are up to, and a little bit of M&A in between. So at Business Insider, we're focused on like three main topics, which are business, tech, and innovation. Within that, we're running through a gamut, really, of different things that are happening in the workplace, whether that's how you can make the Trump era work for you, whether that is navigating things like AI and return to office, or whether we're talking about the way that the world is being upended either geopolitically or through technologies like AI and how that's changing people's day-to-day. What we want to do at Business Insider is give people the edge. We want them to come away from our stories feeling like they've learned an insight, or they feel smarter, or they want to share that conversation with a friend or a colleague. Sometimes that can be fun. We write very conversationally. We try not to write too long, but we try to make sure that we're making people get better every day. I'm a voracious reader, so I read every single business publication you can imagine. I'm not as much on X anymore, but I still kind of dip in every now and then if there's a big breaking news story. I'm scrolling through TikTok. I'm embarrassed to say how much time I spend looking at my phone, glued to my phone. I listen to so many different podcasts, whether it's The Daily or the FT Daily Briefing or Pivot. I just really try to be across everything. It's really interesting, right? If you cover the advertising industry, you're basically covering every single industry in the world. The advertising industry works for every single sector from government through to CPG. So it's really important that I'm across everything, even if it's not like specifically industry related, because everything that the advertising industry does ladders out into like the wider economy, wider world. I would tell little Lara that you should play the long game. I think in particular, when I was a younger journalist, I used to hope that every meeting I had would be an on-the-record interview that would be a story I could write tomorrow. And reality is that isn't what happens. That doesn't mean that those meetings weren't valuable. And sometimes people that I met at a random party 15 years ago that has nothing to do with this industry, give it 15 years and they have moved into a really exciting role at a big company, and they are the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle that helps me unlock that story that I need to break. So playing the long game, and I think also being open to most things, saying yes to meeting people who might not necessarily be within the subject area that I cover. Within reason, there's only so many hours in the day, but I've often found that those people have kept with me through the years. You remember those relationships, you remember that conversation you had with them where they talked about this play that they were putting on in the West End. Suddenly, randomly, I'm writing a story about that particular topic and they're top of mind. I'm guessing nobody brought a yo-yo with them today, but I was an only child and I had a lot of hours to kill, and I am a mean yo-yoer. I can do several tricks still now.